Today was very ugly, but as they say, there are no points on the score. Today was very ugly, but as they say, there are no pictures on the scoreboard. Um, I got a win today, but it wasn't pretty. Hi, I'm Coach Bruce, and I'm a life coach for ADHD parents. And I was wondering if anybody else has to struggle to show up some days. I have been riding a pretty undeniable wave of a renewed purpose of, finding my calling, having God step into my life and energize me. And this day is the first day I've really felt unmedicated since I got off of my ADHD medication, I think almost 3 weeks ago. So it's been easy to make a lot of claims. It has been easy to make plans and assume that I would be able to show up for them. Today was the first day that it was really gut check time. Whenever I woke up this morning, there was zero in my tank. I was feeling so freaking empty. And my schedule this week is packed freaking full. I've been taking on a challenge to awaken myself and to really start taking care of my mind, body, my business, and my balance with my family, which has been great. I've really enjoyed doing it, but it has added an extra load to my life first thing in the morning. I've committed to working out every day to some degree. I decided to start walking again to try to get some flexibility back in my back. I'm super excited about all this stuff. But whenever I woke up this morning and I had zero energy, I thought, what have I signed myself up for? Not only that, but trying to show up more for my wife. I signed up to cook dinner once this week. I said I'd make lunch today. I've got my boot camp on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so I'm not going to be able to do anything. So said I do all the homeschooling today and tomorrow. I really loaded myself up with all these duties, considering the energy that I've had. The energy that I had today did not look like the kind of energy that was going to be able to handle the load I'd signed myself up for. So I had the first thought of just quitting, of just saying, like, I can't do this. This is too much. This is like, I've obviously overextended myself. I need to start chucking stuff. I need to start throwing my commitments off the freaking life raft and just trying to save myself. And the thought that came to mind is, if I'm trying to save myself, I have to stick to those commitments. I have to start showing up for myself first before I'm going to be able to fully show up for anyone. Until I continue to carry through in the commitments I'm making to myself, I'm going to keep showing up as a diluted version of who I'm supposed to be for my family, for my business, for God, and for my body. Like, I have got to follow through with these commitments that I've made. And it hasn't been a problem for the last month and a half, 2 months. For one, because I was medicated before. Now I'm unmedicated, and there's a lot of really great things happening in my heart and mind because of it. I feel much more natural on camera. I feel like I'm more myself. But the habits that I built when I was on my medication are starting not to carry the weight that they used to. It's starting to take more and more to make the connection. Why did I care again? Why did this logical system help me out? And the thing that has saved me over and over again is having a code to live by. Is remembering that no matter what is happening, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to be real, raw, and relevant about the facts of my life, and I'm going to stay dedicated to the result. Like, I have to stay dedicated to the result. And if I keep that in mind, then I just show up and I start moving. I went for my walk today. I did my daily meditation, prayer. I took my supplements. I did like all of that before I even started homeschooling today. I finished all the homeschooling. It was long. It was long and tedious, and it was the most unfocused we've been in our homeschooling for a long time. But in that, I also had a really enjoyable day with my kids. So was it hard to get through homeschooling? Yeah. But in that time that we struggled getting through homeschooling, I was connecting with them. We were laughing. We were goofing off. We were having a good time because some days I am just ADHD. Some days I'm impulsive. Some days my energy is a little off the wall. Some days I want to goof around more than I want to teach. And do you think that my kids are going to remember that we didn't finish our homeschooling in exactly 2.5 hours? Are they going to remember that their dad showed up and was present with them? And sometimes he was goofy and sometimes he was focused on the work. Are they going to remember having an enjoyable time learning with me or sticking exactly to the schedule? I think the answer is pretty obvious on that one. But if you don't know, I would much rather be the parent who is present and is willing to embrace who he is at the moment versus trying to beat myself down and conform to something that doesn't fit who I am and give them a diluted version of myself that is unhappy and ineffective. They like me whenever I'm able to bring my full self to the table. That's who they want. Whoever that is. That's your kids want your full version of you that is healthy and is moving towards something. Whenever you don't have anything you're moving towards, you're not healthy. It's not healthy for human beings to not have something to grow towards, to not have a compelling future to look forward to. If you don't have that, your brain is spinning out looking for something. It is missing a big piece of what life is supposed to be. We didn't come to this planet to exist and gain nothing. It's not about gaining wealth or getting things. It's about expanding who you are. It's about learning lessons and persisting through the struggle and growing as a human being. That's why we're here. And if you're not doing those things, there's a reason why you feel aimless. There's a reason why you don't feel purpose. There's a reason why you don't feel drive, is because you don't have anything to work towards. As much as having a vision and a dream to work towards is like a beacon that guides you, that same vision and dream is also magnetic. It also compels you towards it. Once you define it, it helps to work in concert with you pushing. It is pulling you towards it. But until you have something to work for, you don't have that help on the other side. You were just pushing your way through a world of heavy, dark shit, and you have no idea where you're going. So you're just walking around in circles over and over again, doing the same things over and over again, making the same mistakes over and over again, being exhausted over and over again because you're not moving towards anything. If the scenery keeps looking the same, it's because you're lost. And I would like to help you. I would like to help you stop being lost. And this is a big point of contention I've noticed recently is the people who've actually admitted that they need help. I have had to personally reach out to them and say, are you okay? Consider this me asking you right now, are you okay? If you're not, don't be embarrassed. Be embarrassed if you don't do something. Be embarrassed to keep showing up to live your life aimlessly. Be embarrassed to let somebody or something else control your life. That's what to be embarrassed of. But asking for help, that is the bravest thing you can do. And it's time you did it. So click the link in the description and go take the ADHD Aimless Life assessment and find out what my next steps are for you to start living on purpose. It does not have to be like this. There is more for you in this life. There is more for your family in this life. There is more for your business, your body, and your being in this life. But you have to make a decision. You have to decide you want it and ask for help. I'll talk to you tomorrow.